Dear listeners, we have good news. In the description under this video, you can find our new channel. Please support our channel by subscribing so you won't miss any new fascinating stories. Enjoy listening to it. Since childhood, I dreamed of becoming a military man. My father was in the military, he was an idol to me, and I wanted to become like him. And so I went to serve in the army. Over time, I began to serve in an elite military unit. The assignments were quite risky and dangerous, but I was well paid for them. I was lonely. There was no girl in my life with whom I would like to spend my whole life. But one day, everything changed. When I rested after completing a task, I liked to return to my hometown. I did not like noisy parties. I preferred simple walks around my native places. One of my favorite places was the city park. There were ancient, huge trees that provided a pleasant coolness to the alley. Suddenly, my eyes fell upon a beautiful girl sitting on a bench and reading a book. She was delightful in her delicate pink dress, as if she was made for this beautiful day. Her beautiful wavy and golden hair lay neatly on her delicate shoulders. I felt a strong attraction and decided to approach and get to know her. My heart beat faster as I approached her. Good afternoon. I apologize for distracting you from reading, but I just couldn't pass by. Can I get to know you? If not, then please tell me not to impose, I said with a smile, looking at the girl. The girl lifted her eyes and looked at me. Her eyes were deep and sparkled like two stars in the night sky. Her smile was so attractive that I felt as if it illuminated everything around me. Good afternoon. We can get acquainted, I don't mind. My name is Anna, the girl said with a smile. Very nice to meet you, Anna. I couldn't pass by without talking to you. You look amazing, I said. Anna blushed slightly and smiled modestly. Thank you, David. You also look like a very nice guy. What brings you to this park? I just decided to take a walk and enjoy the beautiful weather. What about you? Do you often come here to read? Yes, this park is a special place for me where I can relax and enjoy a book in a pleasant coolness. Reading is my passion, and here I find inspiration and peace. Sounds great. I also appreciate moments of solitude with nature. Maybe next time we can walk together? I asked hopefully. Why wait? I was about to leave, but I'm ready to take a walk. I would be pleased to have your company, Anna replied. And so from this meeting, something special began in my life. This simple and chance meeting changed my destiny. We walked with Anna until the evening. When it began to get dark, we went to the embankment for a long walk. Embankment, along which there were many small establishments where you could grab a bite to eat. We stopped at a lovely place with a small terrace overlooking the water. There were hardly any people that evening, and we enjoyed the view from the terrace together. Anna turned out to be a very open and interesting girl who I grew to like more and more. We continued our communication, and our romantic dates eventually led to marriage. Anna respected my profession, but she was always worried when I put my life at risk. One time I got seriously injured, and not only did I feel physical pain, but also emotional pain. My desired career was cut short by this terrible injury. What am I going to do now? I used to be the best of the best, and now I'm just sitting here watching life pass me by. I was talking to myself when the doorbell rang. I opened the door and saw my beloved Anna standing on the threshold. Hi, darling. How are you feeling? Anna asked as she brought groceries home. A little better, but still not the same as before. I feel like I'm not the same guy I used to be. You will always be a hero to me, David. But I can see that you're suffering here in this room. Maybe it's time to leave this business and start a new chapter in our lives. Are you serious? Are you ready to support me? Of course, my love. I love you, and no matter what you do, I will always be by your side. I looked thoughtfully at Anna and realized that my happiness was with her, not in the military. I made a decision to end my military career and try to start my own business. All right, my love, I'm dropping this case for you. I want to start a new life happy and calm. Thank you, darling. I am sure that we can overcome all difficulties together. I know it won't be easy, but I'm ready to fight for our future. And now, it's been 22 years since we got married. Despite some challenges, our life seemed perfect. I successfully established a great business with several shops selling car tires and accessories. We had a beautiful house with a stunning view of a small pine forest. It seemed like nothing could disturb our happiness. However, recently I noticed that Anna's behavior had changed. Anna, I've noticed that you've been acting differently. Has something changed in our lives? I asked anxiously. No, David, nothing has changed. I've just been dealing with some personal issues on my own. I don't know, Anna. I saw you secretly talking on the phone and being overly cautious with your text messages. David, it's all just a misunderstanding. I have never cheated and never intend to, Anna replied indignantly. I couldn't fully believe Anna, but I decided not to accuse her without evidence. Instead, I decided to look into the situation on my own. I began to conduct covert surveillance, look at her phone, and monitor her behavior. One evening, I heard Anna talking on the phone in the bedroom. I decided to approach and listen to the conversation. I expected to hear a conversation with a secret lover, but my expectations were dashed. Yes, Mom, I'm trying to save the family, but David has become so suspicious. I don't know how to prove my innocence to him. But at the same time, I am very tired, and sometimes I just want to be alone. I need personal space, and David constantly puts pressure on me, Anna spoke. I felt a huge sense of guilt. It turns out that Anna did not cheat on me, but hid her problems from me. I realized that with my mistrust and suspicions, I only aggravated the situation. I decided to immediately go into the room and apologize to Anna. I realized that my suspicions were unfounded and hurt Anna. I decided to be her support and not a source of mistrust. Anna, I'm so sorry for my behavior. I made a mistake and thought wrong about you. I'm sorry, I said with a guilty look. David, I forgave you even before your apologies. I know that you were worried and afraid to lose me. But we must learn to communicate better and trust each other. We hugged and promised each other that we would no longer hide our problems and doubts, but instead, we would openly discuss them and look for solutions together. Everything that was once harmful was now getting better. I felt relieved. Anna became more attentive to me. I saw with my own eyes that there was no longer any cause for concern. However, the inner feeling still disturbed me. I felt that something was not right here, but I decided not to dwell on these feelings and hoped that I would calm down soon. My business brought in a good income, but the development of the business took up a lot of my time. I spent many late nights in the office. On this particular day, I had a lot of things that I wanted to put in order. However, I had forgotten that the repair team was scheduled to renovate the building where my office was located. The eerie and irritating sound of construction work did not allow me to fully concentrate on my work. So I decided to work from home. I gathered the necessary documents in a briefcase and went out onto the street. Then I got into my car and slowly drove towards my house. On the way home, I stopped by my favorite bakery store. The food here has always been delicious and fresh. I stood in line, looking into the window that faced the street. Suddenly, I saw my wife's car pass by. It was definitely her car. I looked at the license plate and called Anna to find out where she went. After all, she said that she would be at home all day. But Anna did not pick up the phone. I had a very disturbing feeling again. I ran out of the store, quickly got into the car, and followed Anna. I managed to catch up with her car and continued to follow her for some distance. Suddenly, we went out of town and moved further and further away from the city, approaching the forest area. This trip made me more and more worried. I used to visit this area, sometimes with friends. I was invited to hunt. The area was pretty wild, but what did Anna forget here? We had already traveled quite a lot. Anna passed a small intersection. As soon as I reached this intersection, a truck crashed into me at high speed. It suddenly appeared, and it was not at all clear where it came from. We didn't see any cars all the way. My car overturned and rolled into a ditch. I hit my head hard and thought badly. I felt that someone was pulling me out of the car, and then they dragged me somewhere. When I woke up, I saw that I was tied up on a chair in a small forester's house. I knew that I had woken up when a stranger, a guy, asked me with a smirk, "Who are you?" "Why am I bound?" I asked anxiously. "This is my man, David." "And you didn't follow me," Anna said as she entered the room. "Anna, what are you talking about?" "I do not understand anything," I yelled in confusion. You, Moran, are to blame for everything. And now you will transfer all your property to Anna. Understood? The guy said boldly. And why would I do it? Yes, and the office is strange for paperwork and I don't see a notary, I answered with a grin. You bitch, are you gonna joke again? The guy answered with anger, came up to me, and punched me in the face. You really don't understand what situation you're in. And don't worry about the notary, I'll deal with it. Let's make it easy for all of us. You will transfer all the property to Anna, and I will let you go. Anna, baby, what about our conversations? This is how you love me, and don't know how to prove your loyalty to me. You found a great way, bitch, I spoke angrily to Anna. You stupid bastard, I'm tired of putting up with you. I want to take everything from you. I had to build a telephone conversation with my mother so that you would believe that I am not deceiving you. Peter and I wanted to handle things more delicately, but you went after me. Peter had to run you over on the road. And now you're here. And I advise you to do everything that Peter says, otherwise you will not leave here. What a hypocritical and calculating creature you are. How could I not see this? But you bitches won't get anything from me. Choke on your own greed, you bastards. Oh, you bitch, you will sign everything. Peter yelled and rushed at me, you stupid freak. You can't do anything. This is your mistake, and soon you will regret it. I kept talking to Peter, telling him to shut up. Soon, you will sing with me in a different way. Peter shouted and threw me to the ground, starting to beat me. Then they threw me into the basement. I was unconscious for a while, but I woke up in a lot of pain. I understood that no one was going to release me, even if I signed everything. That's why I got Peter's attention. The method, of course, was not the best, but I succeeded. I noticed that this bastard had a small knife on his belt, in a small holster. While the bastard was beating me, I managed to reach his waist with one hand and draw out the knife. Then, with my fingers, I slipped the knife into my sleeve. This bastard obviously still hadn't noticed the loss since I still had the knife. I gathered my strength, took out the knife, and began to cut the ropes. Soon I was free. I quietly climbed the stairs to the top. The door was not locked. I carefully made my way out of the basement. I heard Anna moaning. I walked into the room and saw the bastard bending over my wife, trying to have his way with her. "Oh, you bastard!" I shouted, grabbing the bat standing near the door and hitting the bastard on the back. David, calm down please," Anna yelled. Peter lay unconscious on the floor. "Shut up, bitch. Did you really think it would be so easy? How could that sweet girl I met turn into such a bitch?" I asked. "David, I'm sorry." "No, bitch! You stabbed me in the back, chose this stupid bastard instead of me, and you just wanted to deprive me of everything. I tied these bastards to a tree, naked in the street." Peter awoke to Anna's sobs. "Bastard, are you awake? Good morning. So what were you saying to me?" I asked, grabbing his jaw with my hand. "If you've gone so carelessly into this business, then you're a complete fool. I can just rip your heads off right now. David, calm down. I just thought to scare you and let you go. Let's settle things peacefully. Don't talk nonsense, you bastard. You will pay for what you have done. There are many animals in these places. If not wild animals, then termites will eat you alive. And I'm not going to interfere with it. You will die a painful death," I said, punching this bastard in the teeth and starting to leave. I left under the screams of agony from these bastards. They understood their sad fate, but I didn't want to leave them here to die. I didn't want to be like them. I wanted to be like those people. The police were already here. I handed over all the fake documents that these people had prepared to the police so that I could reclaim my property. There was enough evidence here. Peter was a fugitive who had been in hiding for a long time, but justice caught up with him. I didn't know what he had in common with Anna, and it was no longer interesting. Peter was imprisoned for a long time, and Anna was also imprisoned for being involved. So my revenge was successful. At first, I was deeply hurt by the betrayal, but successful revenge and time helped me overcome those unpleasant feelings. Now I was wealthy and free, and my life continued in new and brighter colors. Dear listeners, your support is very important to us. If you enjoy our story, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's very motivating for us. We value your feedback to improve our content.